Hello, fans. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time. This is Living Solution Engineering again. We're still on the project at Prosubi, a project of reinforcing the foundation. As we said before, that the sockaway was built very close to the building, and the draining water from the sockaway to go down to the foundation of this property that we showed you before. And we have been doing our best to make sure we reinforce the building. We're still on it. What we are doing now is to bring materials in, like what you can see. Our truck is just from the sea. You know, there are so many different types of soil or sun, any way you can call it. There are soil that contain sand, that contain some chemicals like salt, and that is not very good with cement. Anybody that is a builder will testify to what I'm saying. And in Gambia, different places that the trucks take sand to deliver in a building site. We have different type of sand. We have the good one, and we also have the bad one. The one they dig out from the ground is not very good than the one they take from the sea. This one that we're trying to deliver now, our truck just come from the sea, and you can see how it will look very difficult to trip it down because it's weight, very, very weight, as it's from the sea. But anyway, we try to do that to pull it down, to pull the sand down. Okay, and we believe by you following us, if you're new to this channel, you subscribing, liking what we do, dropping your comment will really give us a very big chance to be able to show you what we can do. Living Solution Engineering, you know, like what I would like to say is I must thank all my fans all over the world for giving me idea of using a YouTube channel as sort of advertisement, because you know, down here in Africa, we only build finish, take some pictures, and that's it. But a lot of my fans advise me, go on YouTube channel. This is when we started recording our project. Any project you're seeing right now is a project we start from where we build this YouTube channel. So this might, be a kind of problem that you will not be able to show what we have been doing before. But that's not a problem. We'll be showing you any of our project now from the starting to the ending. We want to show the whole world what we can do with our hands. We are very professional to feel like what I used to say. Right now we're still doing a lot of things to tip the sand down. As you can see, testing the texture of the sand to see the quality it is right now. Okay, and you see we're trying to trip down the sand, but it's giving difficulties because, as I said, we're just from the sea. It's weight. It's not the sand they dig from the ground. This is the sand they take from the sea, and it's sharp and also very good for this kind of work that we want to do. It's good for concrete, for concrete mixture. Really good for it. So once we finish this property, I've shown you before where this building is having cracks. I've shown you before where the foundation is having cracks underneath. Also show you the plumbing work, the wrong materials that were used before to fix up the plumbing underneath. We've changed that all, and I believe you have seen that in our previous video. We've dig the foundation to 1.5 meter. We find out that the depth of the foundation of this building we're reinforcing was 1.5 meter depth. So we dig that out. We've shown you. Right now we're bringing in the materials. First the sand. We brought cement before. Today we're bringing sand, and we're also bringing ties. In a property like this, there's something I always tell people when it comes to construction. There's two important things you must consider when building. Number one, you must be very good at what you are doing. That means you must be expert to this field. You must know your work, the techniques. Building is it's not just something like, oh, bring blocks, bring cement, let's build it. No. There are little or big techniques that you have to follow up. Secondly, the materials you use matters a lot. Everybody can build. Sometimes you're a good builder, but when you're using fake materials, fine. You put up the nice building up there, then the materials is fake. 1 or 2 months, you pull the client back to what he has finished. It was a done deal. You pull him back to the work to say he has to do this maintenance, he has to do that maintenance. If I was the one that built this property, this would not happen this way. When we know the space of the land is not too big for us to extend the sockaway, there are ways to build the sockaway. There are ways to build the sockaway that is too close to the building, and there's also ways to build the foundation when the foundation is too close to the sockaway. There's a way to build the foundation. Okay? Likewise, there's a way to build a foundation. On the swampy area. There's also a way to build a foundation of sockaway in a swampy area. I keep saying this and people don't believe me. That is why you see people building sockaway, and within 1 or 2 weeks they have to call this tanker to come and pull the sheet away. It falls very quick. So there are ways to do these things. If you do not pay attention to the ways, then you have to end up making the owner of the property to keep spending money here and then. According to the complaints that we had about this property when we were newly called to take care of it, we heard that so many builders have worked on this property and it still continue. The reason so many builders have worked on this property and the issue still continue is because as a builder or a scientist, short definition of a scientist is finding matters and solving them. That's applicable to us. So when a client or called you for any problem, you have to find the cause of that problem before fixing it. So if you don't see the eyes of the problem, but you only fix the problem will come back. So you have to find the fault, the cause of the problem, solve the cause first, treat the cause first, then now solve the problem, and you will never have the problem again. So that's the problem. So when you can, back to what I was saying, when you can do your work very well, but the materials you are using are fake, then you end up doing a good job, but then the materials will fail. That is why when we are giving quotation about our jobs, we try to tell clients, don't compare what we are doing, don't compare the price of materials we are giving you to what others will give you. So there are so many materials, building materials in the market in Gambia. And in Gambia, none of materials or tools or whatever, none of these items pass through tests before coming inside the country. So everything can come in. That's why sometimes people buy tools today. People buy tools today and just use it for one job and it's finished. You buy a wheelbarrow today, you just finish for one job, it's done. Okay? So that's why we advise people, say please, if you want to build a house, pay attention to your engineer concerning using a good materials, a good quality materials. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Using good materials is very important. So there are different type of materials and there are different prices on these materials. We do not use, as one of our policy, we do not use fake materials to build any of our projects. That is why we can be able to finish one project and give 1 year warranty. The reason we are doing that, other contractors are not doing this, but the reason we are doing that is to ensure you that we know what we are doing. Okay? We know what we are doing, and we also know and trust the type of materials that we are using for your projects. Okay? So, we do not want, like what I used to say, it's so painful. Like, if you see a lot of projects that we went for inspection these days, it's a lot. Especially this rainy season, there's a lot of property we went for inspection. But we might not end up handling any of them, or maybe we'll end up handling one of them. Why? Because when you talk to people about materials, quality materials, they will prefer to do it cheap. And when you also tell people about how to do this work, they will say, no, this person have given us a so price. We do not care about how much price so person give you. We care about the product, the end product. Because, like right now, most of you are working, you can earn money. So if you want to, build a house now, put a structure down, you can do that. Might not be too hard for you to spend money to build now. But it should be something you do it once and it's a done deal. There will be a time in the future that most of us might retire. We might not be having the kind of income we used to have when we were more strong and working. And we can do these things, spend it easily. It will be a time that we're retired and the income will be small. And at that time, we expect to only use the income for, feeding, healthcare, and little things like that. Being ensured that, we have invested some part of our money in building. At that time of what I'm trying to say, it's not good for us to go back and say, oh, the building we finished, let's start doing this, let us start doing that. No. At that time, it will be very painful for you see your building cracks, see your building collapsing, your building having certain kind of problem, the plumbing system start leaking on the wall. And another engineer will just give you a certain, almost half of the price you take to build that property at that time. You end up spending again for what what it was a done deal. You end up spending back again. So this is what we are trying to avoid when we are quoting for a job and when we are doing our job. This is why we used to take time to explain to our client what we are doing. So right now we'll move to Batima. When we get to Batima, we'd like to show you what we get from Batima. We'll stop our video here. Hello guys, good morning. This is Solomon, your brother again. Good morning to all my fans all over the world. The project we showed, the one we said they want to build the reinforcement foundation as we're taking off the tiles. So we are like replacing the tiles. So we're in the market now to buy the tiles, if you can see. We're getting up the tiles to replace from where we remove.
I'm a big man.
Yes, sir.
How are you? Morning,
no.
I'm looking for work, work flooding.
Hello, so we just be putting them in the car right now, as you can see. You can see that right now. Okay, that's what we are doing. So Yesterday we were peeling out the ties. Though we don't finish, we're still working on that. But we also have to come to the market and buy some ties. This is one of the best places to get the original ties. The company name that supply those ties is called Batima. It's one of the company that supply good building materials here in the Gambia. So we're just loading the ties to take it to the location, just like what you can see right now. I always said I will get you guys posted in whatever stages we are, give you every update on this project, not only on this project, on every of our projects. Okay? That's Batima warehouse, as you can see. It is nice steels and everything you want about building. Name it, they have the original copy. Sorry, they have the original materials here. You can see their containers are still even coming in. This is the warehouse of Batima. Right, the container that bring their goods just arrived. So workers are very busy. That's the warehouse. Taking it to another warehouse. You can see that right now. Okay, guys. I always give you updates. When you want to build in the Gambia, I want to do tiling. The best place to get original ties is Batima. Right, you have the best electrical materials. We deal with electrical materials too, and solar equipment. That's Living Solution Engineering. We have a shop also, and we have a small warehouse also where we sell not all the building materials, but some of the building materials, mostly plumbing, electrical, and all whatnot. Say it's taking the last. So see what is happening. See what is happening. That's the driver there?
Yeah, I'm the driver.
Yes.
Thank you.
Of Batima. They sell original ties.
Yeah.
See, the driver is very happy with his small.
Of course, of course.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, seriously.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
It's 515 boxes.
So we're done to go now, and that's all. We will be giving you updates of any stage of what we are doing. Don't always forget to click on the subscribe button and also the like button, so that anytime we upload new video, we'll put it at your doorstep. Okay, and also drop a comment on the comment section. Thank you very much, and God bless you. We're just coming back from Gimpex. So I take you along to Batima warehouse. So we just back with the tiling. You see the crew, Living Solution crew are doing the offloading right now. As you can see, they're doing offloading from the truck. Yeah, that's the guy there. You see the crew of Living Solution Engineering are trying to take off. It's a lot of ties. You know, like as I said, Batima sells. It's one of the shop here in Gambia that sell original materials, building materials, both tiles and every building materials, rods, iron, and everything. So you can see that is going down now. It's about to finish. fix. Sorry, you must fix every fault on the ground before we cover. Our ties are ready. It's ties from Batima. They're all ready to go.